Today, we will learn about speeches with a focus on stress and rhythm. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to listen to different utterances to identify correct point of pauses, and listen to poems for appropriate rhythm. So, let's begin! Kids, like we said in our previous lesson, intonation, stress, and rhythm give more clarity about the message the speaker intends to pass across. Now, let's listen to a short poem by D.K. Chukwumeri J.
If a white man turned and called me nigger, my blood would boil in righteous anger. For the evil of discrimination is clearly established when a white man tries to treat me like rubbish.
Kids, did you notice the poem had a rhythm? The rhythm of a speech refers to the pattern of beat in that speech, which mostly occurs in a song or poem. Rhythm can either be fast or slow. An example of a poem with a fast rhythm is the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Based on the example, I am certain you can tell if the poem we listened to earlier has fast or slow rhythm. Other than the rhythm in the poem, there were points of pauses in the poem where the speaker was silent. Now, these points convey certain emotions and buttresses a point in the speech. This brings us to the next part of the lesson, stress. Stress is the degree of force with which a syllable or a word is uttered. A syllable is a part of a word which contains a sound. Syllables join consonants and vowels to form words that are pronounced as a unit. Syllables can be more than one letter, vowels, and consonants. However, a syllable cannot be more than one sound. English is a stress-timed language. As such, most words carry more than one syllable, and disyllabic and polysyllabic words usually carry a stressed syllable. The stressed syllable of a word is identified as the loudest and longest. Now, let's take a look at an example using the words photograph, photography, photographer. Can you tell where there's more stress on each of the words? Great! You will discover in the pronunciation of these words that the syllables in bold are louder and longer. There are two very basic rules that help in understanding where to put the stress. 1. One word has only one stress. It is possible that there can be a secondary stress in some words, but it is much smaller than the main or primary stress and is only used in long words. 2. We can only stress vowels, not consonants. While these are helpful, kids, it is important not to rely on these rules too much because there are many exceptions. It is better to try to feel the tone and the rhythm of the language and to add the stress naturally. Kids, and with that we've come to the end of today's lesson. Today, we'll listen to a poem to identify the appropriate rhythm and a speech to identify correct point of pauses. See you in the next lesson!